water pumps all in, got all the belt back on. Doesn't seem like my problem is fixed. I don't know what to think. You can hear a small squeak now, and it quiets up, and then it'll let out with some god-awful squawking occasionally. Hear that faint squeak. I just put some coolant in here and kind of, purging the air and all that kind of thing. I didn't put the fan back together, partly because I wanted to see, is this actually fixed or not, and it sure seems like not. This is what an insane thing. I mean, I put the stethoscope up there by the weed pole on that brand new water pump, and when it was squawking, it sure as heck seemed like that's where the noise was coming from. So I don't understand what could be going on with this. Like, is there like an internal problem with the engine around the timing chain that would cause that kind of a noise? Yeah. Of course, it's not really doing anything right now that I have the camera going on it. I mean, everything just seems pretty darn nice and quiet. And it ought to. Everything's like new here. But you can hear that faint little squeak occasionally. Alright, we'll see if it kicks in again, and then we'll catch the noise at that point. Just heard a pretty good squawk a little bit ago. See if it comes back. There. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this. This is quite the problem. Is this thing finally, the thermostat going to open up pretty soon here? Pipe hose is still cold. It smells warm down there, but yet the thermostat hasn't opened. The heater hoses up here are warm though. Yeah, listen to that. What the heck? Insane. I don't feel like I can trust this anywhere to drive. I don't know what this is. I mean, it really sounds like, the general area of the water pump, and when I had the stethoscope on it, it sure seemed like it. But brand new water pump, and the one I just took out was doing the same thing, and that had about 4,000 on it. What else could there be here? Amazing. This thermostat has not opened yet. I have the cap over here loose. Wow. Engine bearings, something around the timing chain. We got like a camshaft bearing going out. I don't know. The oil is good. Doesn't look dirty or anything. I don't know. Now that it's acting up again, I'm gonna poke around with the stethoscope a little bit more. I don't know if I'm gonna learn. I doubt I'll learn anything I didn't already know about it though. Alright, after the, again, disappointment and not being able to track down this squeaking noise on this 2004 F-150 Heritage with the 4.2 V6, I went doing a lot more web searching, and something did pop up that maybe this is what it is. There's as you've seen in prior videos, there's been, you know, quite the parts cannon tossed at it, and then parts replaced that doesn't seem to fix it. And one thing that came up that I never would have thought of was this what they call a camshaft synchronizer, and basically it's a cam position sensor. And the 4.2 is based off the 3.8, and the 3.8 has a long history going back into the 80s. And the original design, you know, was with a distributor, and they've been distributorless since, you know, for a long time. But there is a cam position sensor that is basically installed in the same place on the engine where the old distributor would have been. So there's a shaft there and a gear, and it drives the oil pump, and then there's, you know, a cam sensor. And it so happens that I found this image online that, so here's the water pump. And in the last video, I was putting my stethoscope, I put my stethoscope like right around this area, brand new water pump. And I'm hearing, seems like the squeak's coming from this general area. Well, it turns out this this cam sensor is immediately behind it in the timing chain cover. And apparently it's a common problem for these to get a dry bearing or a dry bushing in there, and then they start to squeak. And if they get bad enough, it eggs out the bushing enough where it starts hitting the sensor itself, and then it wipes that out as well. So now I'm wondering, is that the root cause of all my difficulties? And we've been down that path before. So I'm going to look into that and see if, how hard is that to get out. I've watched already a couple of videos on YouTube here on this topic, and you know, one of them was using all kinds of special things, and it's like a distributor. Yes, it has to be timed, but if you put a new one in exactly where the old one came out, it doesn't have to be, you know, set up specifically for top dead center and etc, etc, etc. You just need to mark where this little rotating vane is when you pulled it out, so that if you replace it, the new one is exactly in the same orientation, and you should be fine. At any rate, I'm going to do some more investigation on this, and yeah, I was hoping to use that truck for a road trip this Memorial Day weekend, and it doesn't seem like that's going to happen, and I'll have to hope my car holds up. My car's got some problems too, but I do need to check out some things this weekend that are about 3-4 hours from here. So hopefully I make it there and back.